You chose this.
What's going on, Aurora Alliance? Welcome back to a brand new EA Star Wars Battlefront 2 related video. Now, in today's video, we have a bit of a theory from a fan of Star Wars Battlefront who posted this theory on Reddit. Now, this theory was brought to my attention by SW_Battlefront _ SWBF on Twitter. He tweeted me in it saying, "What do you think of this? It's a good point that the guy makes. He has gave the community hope for Clone Wars." Now, when you head over to this Reddit post, the title of the post he has made is Hint at Clone Wars in Battlefront 2. Now, he has done some digging. So he actually watched the EA Star Wars A Look Ahead trailer from last year's EA Player event, and then he went on to mention the Star Wars Battlefront E3 2014 trailer, where they showed no actual gameplay, just a lot of behind the scenes in the office of DICE and things like that. He said that in many of the scenes from this trailer, workers for DICE and EA had Star Wars figures on their desks, including characters like Boba Fett, Darth Vader, and Imperial Stormtroopers. All of the action figures and models in this video were from the original trilogy, and there was no sign of any prequels or sequel characters at all in the trailer. Battlefront 1, obviously, as we all know by now, ended up being purely original trilogy content with some Rogue One DLC, which is kind of classed in with original trilogy content in a way. And then he says that it actually makes sense for them to only have original trilogy characters and models on their desks rather than prequel trilogy characters on the desks, because it would have got people's hopes up about Clone Wars being in Star Wars Battlefront 2 when there wasn't going to be any Clone Wars in the current Star Wars Battlefront. Then he goes back to mention last year's EA Star Wars A Look Ahead trailer and the small segment from DICE when they talked about the Battlefront sequel. He said that around the 41 seconds mark, that a desk actually had characters from the prequels, original trilogy, and sequel trilogy. Then he goes on to say that on the top left of the guy's computer, there was Clone Wars, Obi-Wan, Anakin, Ahsoka, and Yoda. Then on the bottom there was Poe Dameron and Captain Phasma, and to the left he had Vader, Luke, and Boba. He says that this is pretty interesting because they went out of their way the first time to make sure that there was only original trilogy characters and models in the trailer. But now, when we get to see the A Look Ahead video, they had characters from all trilogies actually in the video on the desks, on the computers, and things like that. He suspects that EA and DICE actually had strict standards for their first game, that employees could only have original trilogy figures on their desk because that's all there was going to be in the game. If Battlefront 2 was only going to have original trilogy and sequel trilogy, then he says that there would only be original trilogy and sequel trilogy characters on the desks. But considering there are prequel trilogy characters on their desk, it made him think that there would be Clone Wars content in EA Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now, take this with a big pinch of salt because it is highly speculative. There is no confirmed facts or information behind this forum post. It is just purely speculation and a fan-made theory that there will be Clone Wars content in EA Star Wars Battlefront 2. If you watch a video that I made a few weeks ago based on a video that Battlefront Updates made, there was hints in the EA Star Wars A Look Ahead trailer that there would be a Clone Wars game, but there was no hints that we could find that there would be Clone Wars in EA Star Wars Battlefront 2. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think about this theory. Do you agree with it, or do you think that it's just absolute hogwash and just complete speculation that will not prove to be true? I'm a bit on the fence. I think it's a pretty good theory, but it doesn't prove anything to me. I am keeping a very open mind about what could be in EA Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm not bored in the there is definitely going to be Clone Wars train. I am not bored in there is definitely not going to be Clone Wars train. I'm just kind of in the middle at the minute. I'm not sure whether there will be. It'll be cool if there is. But at the same time, I'm not expecting it. I'm not getting my hopes up just to be let down. Make sure to smash a like on this video if you have enjoyed it. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to join the Aurora Alliance and be kept up to date with all things Star Wars gaming, especially EA Star Wars Battlefront 2. Other than that, may the Force be with you.